Hello, friends, and welcome back to Five Agendas again. Now we will do the July thought paper titled Prince of this World. Jesus said in John 14:30, Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the Prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me. This is two parts, so this is part one. This is for the month of July. The mid-month, July 15th, will be out shortly. I would encourage you to click on these links. In the description box below, you will find the thought paper, which you can open up just like this and click on these links, just like this, and have a read. For the space and time and making this video possible and to upload and to make it not so long so people won't be able to watch it, because we know a lot of people's time is limited. But that doesn't mean that the links aren't important and that you shouldn't, in the time that you have, whenever you can find it, click on these links for further research. Was the original nirvana of Buddhism, which to the Buddhists equals state of superconsciousness, as well as the so-called enlightenment of Hinduism, which is also referred to as higher consciousness or unity consciousness by Hinduism's Vedic scriptures, which advocate unity with the Hindu god Brahma, as believed in Hinduism, as well as other occult traditions, and originally a flight outside of the universe, by way of whom the Tibetan Buddhists and other branches of Buddhism refer to as the Lord of the World, who lives in the subterranean world of Agartha, most commonly known as Shangri-La. From the biblical perspective, this appears to be the case, since in the book of Isaiah, the concept of the Lord of World is in relation to Lucifer, who aspired to ascend to the northernmost part of the universe, where it is believed that there are no galaxies, stars, or planets. It appears that Isaiah 14 fits the description of such a place in the universe, as well as the fall of this angel who led 1/3 of the angels in rebellion against God's government in the heavens, which to all intents and purposes is the universe. Isaiah describes the matter in the following way. How art thou fallen from heaven, O day star, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, that did lay low the nations? And thou saidst in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, and I will sit upon the mount of congregation in the uttermost parts of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to Sheol, to the uttermost parts of the pit. They that see thee shall gaze at thee. They shall consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and overthrew the cities thereof, that let not loose his prisoners to their home? All the kings of the nations, all of them sleep in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast forth away from thy sepulchre, like an abominable branch, clothed with the slain, that are thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a dead body trodden under foot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, thou hast slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall not be named forever. Satan aspired to be like the Most High in his mystical theories that developed centuries ago in the Orient, are faint echoes of his ill-failed mission of ascendance to the northern part of the universe, in order to perhaps, in his opinion, acquire secret knowledge which was forbidden and caused his downfall. Notice that he wanted to ascend to a place which was above the stars of God. It was a place above the clouds, which is space as referred to as nebula. Now, in the link below, the scientists that are mentioned made a great discovery, which agrees with what Isaiah is stating about the northern universe. Yet their findings were ridiculed by the establishment. Why was there so much scorn and ridicule thrown at them? Of course, the enemy of humanity, the so-called Lord of world, whom Jesus referred to as the prince of this world, is the one behind the condemnation of the two scientists. The so-called Lord of the world doesn't like it when science proves the validity of the Bible. There's your two links. Isaiah 14 clearly establishes the two scientists were correct, since Isaiah specifically states that the Lord of the world wanted to ascend to the northernmost part of the universe, thus establishing by prophetic oracle what the scientists discovered by way of their research. The Isaiah text is very clear and specifically tells us that this individual, which goes by the name of Lucifer, did quite a few things up in the heavens, and one of them was to ascend to that forbidden realm of where the two gods of John 1:1 meet as creators of the universe. The two eternally transcendent beings of John 1:1. In beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Lucifer wanted to be like the Most High and created and maligned the character of the Most High. It appears that his enmity, while against both God and the Word, who was also God, culminated in his being cast out of the universe. The inhabitants of the universe then stated the following about the Lord of the world, who resides in the deep underground world of Agartha, known as Shangri-La. And there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels going forth to war with the dragon, and the dragon warred and his angels, and they prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast down, that old serpent, he is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was cast down to the earth, and his angels were cast down with him. And I heard a great voice in heaven saying, a warning to the inhabitants of planet Earth from our brothers in the universe. Now is come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, who accuseth them before our God day and night. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb and because of the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives even unto death. Here is the warning by way of the inhabitants of the universe regarding Satan, the prince of this world. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe for the earth and for the sea, because the devil is gone down unto you, having great wrath, knowing that he hath but a short time. Make sense? The mystery of Mithra, the angel that wanted to fly out of the universe. There's your link. Scroll to the heading in this link, Beyond the Heavens. Let's see, that will be where's that? Right there. Okay. So look for that. There we go. It's remarkable that this specific source clearly matches with what the prophet Isaiah stated in chapter 14 in relation to Mithras, Lucifer, Satan's flight outside of the universe in order to be like the Most High. The lion god. Now scroll down to the lion god standing in the northern part of the universe. Let's see if we can find that. Well, okay, right there. Where you see this picture. Huh, okay. The globe that you are seeing represents the ancient symbolism of the two cones that intersect, which according to Dr. Bourget, whether I'm saying that right or not, Nodeland and Dr. John P. Ralston, stated that the universe is composed of two cones that intersect. Okay. Their findings have nothing to do with the illustration of Mithra, but it cannot be a coincidence that the lion god Mithra finds himself standing in the northern sector of the universe, which according to prophet Isaiah was not forbidden because he was and is not God. He is a created being who started a massive rebellion in the heavens and later managed to get Adam, who was the first man that God created, to enter into rebellion with him by eating of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. As a consequence, Adam gave up his patrimony as planet Earth's first genetic father and handed planet Earth over to the one who resides within the inner world of Shangri-La as the Lord of the world. Fact is that Jesus never denied Satan's claim of ownership of planet Earth, since Satan did offer Jesus Christ all the kingdoms of the world if Jesus would bow down and worship him. The epic confrontation and the victory of Jesus Christ over the Lord of the world was clearly revealed. And he led him up and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, To thee will I give all this authority and the glory of them, for it hath been delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it, I give it. If thou therefore wilt worship before me, it shall all be thine. And Jesus answered and said unto him, It is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Inhabitants of the universe. Now is come the salvation, and the power, and the kingdom of our God, and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, who accuseth them before our God day and night. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb, because of the word of their testimony. They loved not their lives, even unto death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe for the earth and for the sea, because the devil is gone down unto you, having great wrath, knowing that he hath but a short time. Isaiah declares the final fate of Satan, the prince of this world. But thou art cast forth away from thy sepulchre, like an abominable branch, clothed with the slain, that are thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a dead body trodden under foot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, thou hast slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall not be named forever. Where does the Lord of the world, who Jesus Christ referred to as the prince of this world, reside? Some say that he, along with his fallen angels, are in fact interdimensional beings, and that is also true, since according to French UFO author Jacques Vallée, probably not saying that right, the so-called aliens that supposedly pilot UFOs appear to behave like the fairies and the pixies and devils of the Middle Ages. In his book, Messengers of Deception, he states that they tell lies, and everyone knows that this is a salient characteristic of the devil. There are scores of case histories of Christians that have experienced the UFO abduction phenomena and have been able to stop the abduction by calling on the name of Jesus Christ. There's your link. Is there a case to prove that the Lord of the world who resides in Shangri-La is actually Satan? And does the Bible prove that the prince of this world, as Jesus referred to him, operates inside of the earth, which would be underground? The book of Job, which is the oldest book of the Bible, actually exposes the activities of Satan, the prince of this world, in relation to his work on the surface of the earth, as well as inside of the earth. But does the Bible present the Lord of the world, a fallen angel that rules over planet Earth? Yes, it does. For our wrestling is not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against the powers, against the world rulers of this darkness, against the spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now it came to pass on the day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, that Satan also came among them. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. What part of the universe qualifies to be that northernmost area that Satan wanted to ascend to? There are many voids in space, yet the Bible alludes to a specific area in the northernmost part of the universe. Empty space, no stars, no planets, no galaxies. There's your link. And some more. Giant hole in the universe and northern supervoid, and so forth. Please check out the links. And this will be continued with part 2 coming up very shortly for the month of July 2023. God bless. I hope this helps. That starts to make more sense. And even understanding these Bible texts that have been kind of difficult. But now it's starting to all make sense into this whole big picture. So God bless. Until next time, stay tuned.